What is up, Aquarius? Welcome to your general timeless reading. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My name is Jordyn. I'm a master Reiki practitioner and tarot reader. But let's get into it. Let's see what we have going on for you. Like I said, these are general and timeless. So take what resonates, leave the rest. And let's see what we most need to know for Aquarius, please, Spirit. Holy Spirit, angels, and guides. What messages do we most need to see for Aquarius? They're showing me waterfall. When I see a waterfall going straight up and down, to me that's cleansing. When I see a waterfall going over rocks like I do for this channel, this feels more so like a need to purify. That might be in the beginning stages. Like it's something that you're still trying to purge. It's not like you're basking in the cleanliness of a fresh waterfall quite yet, right? Yeah, so we have the Ten of Swords in reverse and then the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you're almost there. The Ten of Swords tells me that you know that you're embodying this energy of, okay, there is an ending at play. I really feel this big exhale, right? This big purge about to happen. With the Nine of Wands, though, this tells me that there is this desire to not give up quite yet. This is you intuitively knowing that you're approaching the end of a very heavy, very difficult cycle. Some of you, this has to do with relationships and other people. Others, this has to do with how you feel about yourself, how you feel in your own skin. It might be both. So let's keep going for Aquarius, please, Spirit. There's a very hopeful energy, though, which I like. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, between the 7 and the 3, sorry, between the 10 and the 3 is the 7 of Swords. This is incredible. This is like a huge lesson in spirituality. When you get to the end of a 10 of Swords, you are also coming to the realization of toxic behaviors, of things that just no longer serve you, that are self-sabotaging, such as codependency, people-pleasing, self-sacrificing, right? The overcoming rejection and betrayal and abandonment, really seeing all this, and you're starting to have this newfound confidence in yourself with the Nine of Wands. This is an energy of, I can do it. I'm going to get through this. Everything's going to be okay. Some of you, this is a really big step. I wouldn't be shocked if some of you, this is leaving a long-term relationship, or if this is moving cross-country. Yeah, so then we have this Queen of Wands in reverse. This is like, this feels like a silent resurrection. It's almost like, I don't want anyone to know how empowered I'm feeling. It's almost something that you're keeping a secret. You're like, I am feeling good, right? But I don't want to announce it quite yet. I want to let them be shocked, but I'm also still surprising myself. I like that. I don't often read the Queen of Wands that way. Typically in reverse, it's actually really stubborn, but this feels very hopeful. It feels very optimistic. With the Page of Pentacles here, it's this optimism is coming because you're starting to take the baby steps into this healing process. You're starting to do it in such a glorious way, and you're doing it in a very humble way, understanding that it's okay to be a student. I'm not less than for being at this stage of my journey. Let's get, okay, so then we have the other energy coming in. So we have the Two of Wands. Let's get one more. I feel like they have an expectation. Yeah, they're dealing with abandonment. They have this expectation that you're going to come back, but it's actually what they're not seeing, right, with the Two of Swords, the blindfold, is how, as much as they're expecting for this energy, you or whoever you're watching this for, to come back, there is also the person they're dealing with is not receptive. It's like their subconscious mind is like, I really don't want to be rejected. I really don't want to be abandoned, but I don't want them to come back either. It's like, I'm safer alone, right? Damned if I do, damned if I don't kind of thing. A lot of times when we embody this energy, let's just speak about people in general. When people push other people away, it's typically when they want them the closest. And it's because they're so fearful of that intimacy, of that vulnerability, of the growth of a true, genuine connection. Because for so many people in society, it's a foreign thing now to have a very authentic, genuine, safe connection. This is, let me push you away because I've experienced hurt before. So let me just show you my ego. I'm trying to protect myself. It's rooted in fear. It's rooted in rejection, abandonment, scarcity mindset, all this stuff. And this is typically when people get really controlling. So, because they don't feel safe. So let's see what's going on here. I want to look at this person first because they're very, yeah, Ten of Swords. This is a mirror. You're going through the same lesson in different ways. So this could be stereotypical. I know these labels are really just like a little much, but It's just the connotation society has them. Like somebody with narcissistic tendencies, not necessarily a textbook narcissist, but narcissistic tendencies, and then we have the codependent or flip-flopped, right? Or anxious avoidant attachment styles, right? I really get scared when my partner leaves and I want to cling to them, and the other one's like, no, I want to run, because they're scared of intimacy. So you have the polar opposites, but going through the same lesson. Both people are behaving this way because of their fear of rejection, their fear of abandonment, a low self-esteem, okay? So let's get another on this individual over here. This feels very page knight energy. We have the Hierophant, Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, see, they want this Queen of Wands back. They don't want to admit it, but they're like, I really want this Queen of Wands back. I really want them in my reality. But they're realizing they kind of shot themselves in the foot is really what this feels like. This does feel like somebody who has pushed somebody away, and this person's like, okay, it's done. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this now, right? And invest in myself. Let's look at the Two of Swords and the overall, because this will show the lesson for both people. Page of Swords and the Five of Swords. Yeah, pages are students. It's learning to communicate instead of allowing your first form of communication to be argumentative or defensive, right? It doesn't have to be a place of conflict. It could be a place of unbiased communication, you know? It could just be, I am open and receptive to hearing you, and it's learning to detach, right? Learning to hear somebody and not allowing their expression of their perspective to hurt you. Understand that, okay, I can have compassion and empathy. I could see that, and reciprocating it. This group is not struggling, but they're in the process of beginning that lesson. Let's look at the Ten of Swords. King of Swords energy. Okay, Chariot. Yeah, this person's like, I'm out of here. I'm starting to see things very clearly. I want to move in a new direction. They're detaching from this. And this is what happens with soulmate connections. One soul will evolve. The other is sitting here, and then it is challenged to evolve as well. So even if they come back together, it's only after they have integrated and they're at the similar frequency. The detachment happens so we can integrate our own lessons, stop being so enmeshed with one another, and move forward. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Four of Wands. I love the energy of this. This individual feels very different. This feels like scared little child curled up in the corner. I want to push you away, but really I want you to hug me. That's what this feels like. A lot of abandonment, a lot of fear. And this is like fed up energy. This feels like, okay, whatever. I don't want to deal with it. Not my monkeys, not my circus. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to find stability. I like that there are a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Swords. This is very logical. It's very practical. I'd be mindful not to disconnect from the emotional self in this process, though. There's no cups here. And so very often when we've experienced something that is painful, we think about how to resolve it, but we don't allow ourselves to really transmute or address our emotional state, right? You might think, oh, it's best for me to leave, but that doesn't mean that you don't still love the person. That doesn't mean that you don't still go through a mourning process of what has happened, right? Allow yourself that space. Okay, let's look at the Three of Swords. Now we're going to see cups. I feel it. I feel it going up through my chest and my throat. So we have the Eight of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, Temperance. Temperance holds the two cups. Okay, so this is the healing process. It's realizing, okay, as I'm healing, there's the ruminating thought. The Eight of Swords is the mind's prison. The Two of Swords is the closed heart space, right? Between it is the Six of Swords. I'm thinking so much about how to find peace, how to move forward, how to do this healing, and I see it really clearly, but what is hidden underneath it is the need to not think and move forward, Knight of Swords, in regards to how your brain wants to pursue the healing, but also integrate the cups, right? Because that's why we have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups followed by the King of Cups. So there's a disconnect from the emotional self because there's too much distortion, there's too much illusion. This is normal when we've experienced like pain or trauma of any sort to like shut down the emotional self, disassociate, right? And just kind of like, okay, this is logical. This makes me feel safe. I'm gonna go in this direction. Just be mindful of that, right? Let's look at the Queen of Wands. Temperance, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, and then the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so this feminine energy is being challenged very much so to learn to fill their own cups. The nines in tarot are about the mastery of self. They're learning to master their own emotional wellness, right? Not just do what is practical, do what is logical. They're learning to find the balance between all parts of themselves, right? We don't just have a brain, we also have a heart, we have a soul, we have the physical body. There's a lot to bring into alignment, and they're learning to bring the emotions onto the same page as the mental state. okay? And sometimes they disagree. And that's where we go and look within. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. I like this though. They're moving in a great direction. So we have the Six of, ooh, this is interesting. King of Wands and Queen of Wands on the table. This is the other person. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands, nine. There's a fear of, it's sad. There's a lot of love here because of the Six of Cups. It's like, oh, I'm really pulled to this person. This person is probably the codependent. They feel like a fixer, because when I have a Six of Cups and the other person they're dealing with, it's telling me that this is a very strong soul connection, but they're also wanting to find balance. They're wanting to find balance. They're wanting to find healing. This person would be more likely to be challenged with keeping healthy boundaries, right? Because they're wanting so bad to reach out and say something and try to resolve it, but they know that it's not worth investing in. Like if they were to plant those seeds, Seven of Pentacles, which is the energy of failure, it's not going to work, right? And they're realizing that. The Six of Wands is the card of recognition. They're realizing it would just open a can of worms again. It would just put them back to where they began, which is the state of conflict, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, right? The flooding. So they're making the decision to choose a new path with the Two of Wands. Very nice. I like this. This is a very hard decision to make, and I'm proud of both people for how they're handling it. One's in the beginning of the journey. The other's working through it. They're in the midst of it. So they're just going through the same lesson in different forms at different paces. And that's okay. Let's get overall energy for Aquarius, please. Any final messages for Aquarius? What they most need to know in regards to this spread. So we have Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. It was in reverse. So this is that shift in energy from lacking hope, lacking faith, to moving into that very hopeful, very optimistic energy. So if right now you're at the beginning of the lesson, you're like, oh my gosh, this is really hard. There's going to be a newfound hope. There's going to be this newfound courage to move forward, okay? And it's coming in because you're starting to lay the solid foundation. You are starting to plant the seeds in yourself, your mindset, your belief, and your behavior, and your self-care that allows you to feel more safe and secure in who you are, and your value system, and the kinds of relationships you're going to invest in, okay? Very nice. Aquarius, this is what I have for you. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, book it down below. If you want a free 10-minute reading, check out Patreon. I give them away for new patrons on select tiers. And like, share, subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.